Hello everyone, this is Eric, the Asian movie enthusiast, and this is my review of Aces Go Places 3, also known as Mad Mission 3, a Hong Kong action comedy from 1984. Samuel Hui, Karl, Maka, and Sylvia Chang return, but Tsui Hark takes over directing duties from Eric Tsang. Now, according to Wikipedia, which is always right, Aces Go Places 3 riffs off the plots of the James Bond series, and features cameos from actors in various English-language spy features. These include Peter Graves from the Mission Impossible television series, and Richard Kiel, who played Jaws in The Spy Who Loved Me and Moonraker. The film also features a character resembling Oddjob. Now, several sources erroneously report that the character of Mr. Bond, the James Bond-like British secret agent, was played by Neil Connery, Sean Connery's younger brother. Those reports were false. The character was actually played by Jean Merson, a French Sean Connery impersonator. So, just some interesting behind-the-scenes production facts for you on this one. But the plot is essentially this. Our protagonist from the prior movies, named King Kong, is vacationing somewhere, gets into a scuffle with assassins, and then is recruited by a man named Mr. Bond, as well as the Queen of England, to steal a valuable gem from a heavily guarded location. Now, since King Kong always tries to make the Hong Kong police look stupid in these movies, he takes the job and all kinds of shenanigans occur after that. Now, the film opens with our protagonist who is sightseeing, and you know what I mean when you watch the movie. He's sightseeing when a hitwoman attempts to shoot a rocket up his rear end, literally. Then, Oddball and Jaws show up. I'm just going to call them by their Bond names. And they ham it up with their evil laughs. I think the actors seem to be having quite a lot of fun in this movie, which is nice. It's infectious. In any case, they all fight, and then there are a few pretty good high-altitude stunts, as well as an underwater segment. And the opening scenes in these movies are pretty fun. The one in this film is as well. Now, near the 30-minute mark, there's a cat burglar scene involving our main character. Definitely some oddball security systems in this place. One room has so many lasers, it reminded me of like Tron or something. It was like ridiculous. And then there's a weird door lock system he needs to conquer, and this leads to a chase involving a motorized skateboard. There's an amusing burglary involving dudes dressed like Santa Claus. They make a completely ridiculous escape, and it's actually one of the highlight scenes of the film. And then we get another chase scene that was obviously inspired by Mad Max. A lot of film influences in this one. Now, there are some shots in this movie with some pretty dodgy special effects. Especially the scene where they're flying some type of contraption that glides through the city streets and like into the subways and stuff. I don't know what the effects were. I don't know if they're optical effects or whatnot, but they have a similar effect to terrible CGI. So if terrible CGI existed back in 1984, it would probably look like this in some of these scenes. And the finale of the film isn't really an action set piece per se. It's split between like a nighttime segment, conflict on a ship at sea, and then a daytime conflict at an industrial plant, and it's just kind of abruptly separated. So it's not really that great. Definitely the weakest finale of the series so far. So I do think the action in this movie is not as good as the prior installments, and a few of the scenes don't feel as memorable as individual set pieces. Also, I'm not sure why they didn't have a big fight at the end of the movie involving Jaws and Oddjob. Like, that just seems like the perfect setup for it. They didn't do it. Mr. Bond does show up, though. So, I think Aces Go Places 3, though, excels in its pacing, which is even better than the prior installments. So, it felt more consistently entertaining in between the action scenes or during the non-action scenes. There are a few gags early on regarding a projector, as well as a painting that's not really a painting. Baldy's little baby is a prankster and frames him for doing perverted things, which is actually pretty funny. There's a lie detector scene that's amusing. Some high-tech 80s rooms and gadgets and computers, too. So it's got some fun little aesthetics and set designs. In addition, it's almost as if like the James Bond references become more and more obvious as the series moves along. And then also Sylvia Chang it seemed like she got to do more in this film when compared to part 2, so that was nice as well. So I feel like even though the action is a little bit of a downgrade from the prior installments, everything else just got a little bit of an upgrade, so it kind of levels out. So if you enjoyed Aces Go Places 1 and 2, you'll probably enjoy this one as well. It's most readily available on a 5-disc Blu-ray box set from DDD House or Yes Asia. And as always, folks, I'll see you next time.